There's a global crisis happening right now that's completely invisible. It starts with something so tiny you can't even see it, but its absence, well, its absence has a massive, massive impact. We're talking about micronutrients and something called hidden hunger.
Okay, I want you to just take a look at this number. 50%. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could a number this huge represent on a global scale? And there it is. That's the reality. According to data from UNICEF, that's half of all children under 5 on the entire planet who are missing the essential vitamins and minerals they need to grow, to develop, to thrive. And this isn't about kids not getting enough food, not enough calories. It's about the quality of that food. It's the devastating result of micronutrient deficiency. Okay, so if we're going to get our heads around this crisis, we've got to go back to basics. What exactly are these things we're talking about? Let's meet the tiny architects of our health.
It's pretty simple, really. Micronutrients are just the vitamins and minerals our bodies need to function. As you can see here, they are absolutely vital for everything from how our cells work, to how we grow, to how we fight off diseases. We only need them in tiny amounts, that's why they're called micro, but without them, the whole system can just start to fall apart.
And here's something that's absolutely crucial to understand, and this comes straight from the CDC. Our bodies can't just, make this stuff out of thin air. Except for vitamin D, which we can get from sunlight, we have to get all of them from our diet. The food we eat is the delivery system. It's that simple.
And it turns out they're not all the same. Medline Plus breaks them down into 2 main camps. So on the left, you've got the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. Think of these as the ones your body can kind of save for a rainy day. It stores them in your liver and fatty tissues. But then on the right, you have the water-soluble ones, like vitamin C and all the B vitamins. These are more like your daily groceries. Your body doesn't really store them, so you got to keep topping up your supply pretty regularly.
All right, let's zoom in a bit. I want to introduce you to a few of the biggest players in the micronutrient world. Think of them like superheroes, each one with a unique power that is absolutely critical for our bodies. We'll look at what they do and what happens when they go missing.
First up, we've got iron. And there's a really, really good reason we're calling it the brain builder.
I mean, its superpowers are just incredible. It is essential for a child's brain and motor development. It's the key to preventing anemia because it helps build the part of our blood that carries oxygen everywhere. And it literally fuels our ability to work and be productive. Without enough iron, both our minds and our bodies just can't perform.
And this chart? Wow. It just lays out the scale of the problem so clearly. These numbers on iron deficiency anemia from the World Health Organization are just staggering. 40% of children under 5 are affected, 30% of pregnant women. These are the 2 most vulnerable groups, and this deficiency hits them the absolute hardest.
Okay, our next hero on the scene is folate, which you might also know as vitamin B9. And we're calling it the protector for a powerful, powerful reason.
And look, its protective powers are most vital right at the very start of life. Sure, we all need folate to make new cells every day, but for a developing baby in the womb, it is absolutely non-negotiable for a healthy brain and spine. Getting enough folate literally prevents severe and life-altering birth defects.
So what does that mean in practice? It comes down to this one single number. The CDC recommends that all women who might become pregnant get 400 micrograms of folic acid every single day. It's such a tiny amount, but it has a life-changing impact, protecting a new life sometimes before a woman even knows she's pregnant. And for our third hero, let's talk about vitamin A. Think of this one as the guardian, the bodyguard for your entire system, protecting you from the inside out.
Its job description is pretty impressive. It supports healthy vision. It can actually prevent blindness. It strengthens our immune system, our body's first line of defense against attack. And maybe most importantly, it reduces the risk of death from common childhood infections like measles and diarrhea. This is a literal lifesaver.
And the need for this guardian, it's just huge. The CDC estimates that 190 million preschool-aged children around the world don't have enough vitamin A. That's 190 million kids with a weaker defense system at a greater risk of going blind or even dying. It's hard to even wrap your head around that number.
Okay, so we've seen the problem, we've met the heroes. Now for the big question, what can we actually do about it? Let's open up the toolkit and look at both the huge global solutions and the choices we can make ourselves. What's amazing is that on a global scale, some of the most effective solutions are actually pretty simple. Adding folic acid to common foods like wheat flour is a direct hit against those birth defects we talked about.
Giving targeted vitamin A supplements is a direct way to help protect those 190 million kids. And fortifying salt with iodine, which now happens in 86% of households, is another one of these public health game changers. Simple ideas, massive impact.
But what about us? On a personal level, we can stock our own toolkits, right? This slide is basically your cheat sheet, drawing from Medline Plus to show you where to find these heroes in your food. You can see great sources for iron, vitamin A, folate, and vitamin D. You might want to screenshot this one, honestly. It's your go-to guide for a micronutrient-rich diet. And this quote really brings it all home. It's such a paradox when you think about it, right? We only need these things in tiny, micro amounts. But getting that recommended amount, it's macro important. It's absolutely non-negotiable for our health.
So that's what I'll leave you with. Their presence is subtle, we don't even notice it. But their absence is catastrophic. They are the tiny architects, the protectors, the guardians of our health. So the question is, are you getting enough of these essential heroes?